scholarship to Cambridge, he left to write plays. When he wanted to go back to school, felt betrayed, all because he was a spy who was the Queen's aide. But Lizzie #1 stepped in and said no, that they couldn't reject Christopher Marlowe. 1589, he started a brawl with William Bradley, who he killed in all. On the 30th of May, 1593, Marlowe was accused by the Council Privy when Baines turned him in on the accounts they see about atheism, treason, and his sexuality. 4 days later, in a London bar, he was killed by a knife that was turned from afar. Luckily, before that, he was able to write Dr. Faustus, the best play in sight.
Dr. Faustus was a young student who studied everything until he couldn't. He was greedy and needy, but he's super smart. When he had to choose a discipline, he chose the dark arts. That night he drew a circle in his library and summoned the demon Mephistopheles. He promised Lucifer he would sell his soul if men would serve him to accomplish his goals. He didn't fear because he didn't believe that he suffered in hell for eternity.
All the power that was now in store, Faustus missed the signs because he only wanted more. Warning from good angels he ignored, along with writing and blood on his arms the gore. Heaven and hell he couldn't decide, for the devil showed him where he'd reside. The 7 deadly sins came and talked to him about the opposite of heaven and the horrors within. These 24 years were spent in praise, along with deeds for the kings who gave their thanks. He raised the dead, such as Alexander the Great, and pleased the Dutch when he gave her his grace. He wanted to be a god, but it ended up tragic, cause he didn't do much with his hard-won magic. The end of his days were coming fast, but he spent it with Helen to make his kids laugh. The final hour was close at hand. He wanted to repent, but said, nah man. He thought he had done too much wrong and believed that he was too far gone. The old man gave him a little more time to ask for forgiveness for his crime. But since Faustus was an arrogant fool, he suffered a death that was oh so cruel.
John thought that he was powerful. The meth did all the work in which he was told. And Faustus thought that he needed meth for friends. The meth was only saying to see his end. Meth only had orders from Lucifer's boss, so he wasn't affected by his client's loss. See, Meth tried to tell him about the cost of betraying the father of the man on the cross.
The downfall of Faustus was his own pride. He couldn't escape his fate even if he had tried. In the end, there was nowhere else to hide when the devil ripped his soul out from the inside. The question that we are left to ask is 24 years enough to